several people, which I also have ran into since I've been out there. One was Dr. Robert Cushman. His father was a physicist, and he was working directly on a thing called time travel. Go figure. Yeah. So there was all kinds of things that were going on there. So anyway, again, my uncle died in 1978. It was never fully operational as far as that. There was information that was actually stolen right after his death, and he had a very mysterious death. We don't know why or how. He was in a motel room 70 miles. We didn't know why he was there. We didn't know why. We didn't know why he died. It was an extreme mystery. So. Okay, there's my movie poster. Yeah, this is being made into a movie. Now, why a movie? Okay, first of all, I wrote a screenplay first. I had a neighbor, he was an actor, and he says, my God, this is the strangest, weirdest story that I've ever heard of. You need to write a screenplay. Okay, so I had a Forrest Gump moment. I said, okay. I said, oh, okay. Well, I think he kind of said that to be my buddy or whatever, and I don't think he thought I'd do it. And so I sat down, I bought some software, and I wrote a screenplay. So I kept on sending him stuff, and he would, I'd send him pieces of it, and he'd call me up at 1:30 in the morning, he'd go, oh my God, this is incredible. And I'm thinking, and so I'm wondering, well, what were you thinking when you said to go write a screenplay? I guess, So at the end of the day, we had one of our first fall starts is, he brought in some producers from Warner Brothers, okay? So we had those guys in there for a while, and of course, they wanted to change everything. They wanted to have one of the scenes they wanted to change, one producer had a famous dream, and he was a smart guy. He actually worked on Pirates of the Caribbean and Indiana Temple of Doom, but he says, there's not enough flying in this thing. We need to have more flying, and I had a dream. I want your uncle and aunt, my Aunt Eva, to essentially get together and have a big knockdown, drag-out fight. And then what would happen is my aunt would get in the car, run off, and my uncle would get in a plane and then run her off the road, okay? I go, well, they wouldn't do it. I'm sitting back and I go, well, they wouldn't do it. So I sent a little email. I said, well, this is pure nonsense. Well, I had to use another word, but anyways. And so then they sent me an email, well, we're going to have a meeting next Thursday, and we're going to get you in line or we won't proceed. And so I thought for 1 nanosecond, I said, okay, let me save the time. We'll part company. Well, then they turned into monsters, okay? And I thought, well, it's all over. Then they turned into monsters. I literally received death threats. I had people telling me on stationery that I couldn't hide anywhere, and I'm going, where is this coming from? I mean, we're all brothers, we're all happy, we're having a good time, and all of a sudden, what kind of demon popped in your head on this thing? So anyways, it was kind of an extraordinary experience. It took me about 6 months to recover. I actually got restraining orders, against these people, and I don't know what happened, because that's all I said. It began with an S. I said, this is pure S, the T. That was it. And I didn't think it'd be, but I guess they probably thought that they need to get me in line in the model of Hollywood studios. Well, that was fine. So I proceeded on my own, and so that's kind of what I did later. Okay. Again, Howard Hughes was one of his friends. He used to fly